Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Fallout 4. Last time, I think we cleared up most of the quests that we want to do around Goodname. There's a couple of little ones, like the Boston Public Library and going to Hallucinogen for the drug dealer in the hotel. But I'd say it's time to make a little bit of progress, so let's head into the memory den, shall we? And see what's going on in here. And I'll be honest, it's all a little bit too quiet in here for a service that offers such a miraculous, unique experience.
Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Alright, so who exactly is this up here on a big, almost like a big old stage?
Whatever you and Nick are up to, I don't need to know. Just don't let the big metal softy hurt himself, alright?
I like how everyone's so fond of Nick Valentine. Even though he's a synth, everyone loves him anyway, just because he's, you know, just because he's a nice person. It just, yeah, seems like everyone can get over their prejudice as long as they just get to know a synth. There's a lesson to be learned from Nick Valentine that the Brotherhood could do with learning, I think.
You get caught pilfering around, right?
Oh dear, I just stole something. Nick Valentine didn't like it, but MacCready did. You're not even my companion right now, Nick. For goodness sake. Stop getting judgmental. Kent Colony over here in a side room.
Excuse me.
Good neighbor's crazy. Thefts, murders, worse. Sometimes you just gotta escape a little to make it through the day.
Escape? Oh. Because he's a ghoul, so he has memories of the pre-war world, and he's presumably reliving those.
Escape? What do you mean?
Reliving old memories. Like Thanksgiving, 2071. Mom made a 12-pound turkey. And then we all listened to the Silver Shroud vs. Captain Cosmos. Even Pa was there. You ever listen to the Silver Shroud? That's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day.
Okay, right.
What can you tell me about the Shroud?
He's from the radio shows. I've listened to all 419 episodes. And the holiday special. He's the best. Better than Grognak and Man-to-Man combined.
Oh, I like how you've got such strong opinions on superheroes. That's lovely.
My family and I used to listen to every new episode.
You mean when they first aired? How? The last broadcast was hundreds of years ago.
I have got to just stop talking about how I'm frozen. It's going to come back and bite me at some point or other.
Aren't there other survivors from that time?
Oh, sure. There were a lot of us ghouls that lived back then. But none of us looked as good as you. Are you really that old?
Yeah, sure, let's be nice.
I was in cryogenic storage for a long time. I only just woke up.
Oh man, that's amazing! You're just like Mr. Abominable from episode 83.
I don't like that name.
Who's Mr. Abominable?
He was a caveman, got frozen in an iceberg from prehistoric times. When they thawed him out, he went on a rampage. It took the Shroud and Man-to-Man combined to take him down. Boy, if you just woke up. The world these days must take some getting used to.
The world sucks, glimmers of hope, understatement. That's a bit of an understatement.
That's an understatement.
Things may look bad, but we gotta try to make it better. I got a question for you. What if the Silver Shroud was real? With his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun? I got a plan to bring him to life. So we can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
Alright, I like this idea, a real-world superhero.
What plan?
I've built my own custom machine gun. Even better than the one in the show. But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the TV show. Will you help?
Hell yes, I'll help, but let's see if I can get a little reward for it.
I might do it, if you make it worth my while.
When you're done, I got a reward all squared away. Will you just help me out?
Sure, why not? This seems awesome.
I'll get the costume for you.
You're gonna do this? For real? Before the bombs fell, they were filming the Silver Shroud pilot over at Hubris Comics. So that's where you'll find it. You're the best.
Alright, the Silver Shroud. Like this. I think we're definitely going to have to do that sooner or later. But for now, let's head on downstairs with Nick and meet up with this good doctor. Here's the good doctor.
Amari?
Yes, I take it this isn't a social call.
We would like to extract memory. Sarcastic. Let Nick... You know what? Let's Nick explain. Nick knows her.
This one's all yours, Nick.
We need a memory dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
And don't worry, we've got, well, apparently I can't just say, don't worry, we've got a bit of brain technology. We just have to go, what do we do now then?
Isn't there some way to make this work?
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Sure, here you go.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Okay, so, yeah, Nick. Is Nick compatible?
Nick's an older model synth. Is he still compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should hook right in. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
Though, hang on, doesn't that effectively mean that we're going to make... Yeah, we're going to resurrect Kellogg in Nick's body. What stops Kellogg then immediately just pull out a gun and just shoot me? Oh, is that what we're doing? I'm not quite sure I follow the science here.
You really think this'll work, Nick?
No idea. But we got a missing kid on the line. That's worth the risk.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine.
Oh, Nick, you big
If I start
sweetie.
cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Right. So, or are we just going to use him to activate the memories so that the memories can be streamed to that thing so I can live them, which will make a lot more sense. Well, it'll make a lot more gameplay
Any
sense.
slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Don't worry, I've played Assassin's Creed. All I need to do is go and relive the memories of my ancestor and play through them in the right order, and that unlocks them. Seriously, I've done this so many times. Also, not to overlook the terrible risk that Nick's putting himself through, but I did notice a copy of Robco Fun. So, includes Grognak the Barbarian holotape game. Awesome. Nice, Grognak and the Ruby Ruins. Right, sorry, what are my options related to Nick? Is Nick actually okay, by the way?
Is Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. But that doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Yep, pretty much the Assassin's Creed scenario. Alright, good.
Alright, let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
So we both get in one memory lounge each, do we? Him in that one, me in this one. It's all very Tranquility Lane, this. In fact, I wonder if this is actually adopted Tranquility Lane technology. The chairs don't look the same. Maybe this did indeed come from ransacking Braun's vault. Who knows? Let's have a sit down and experience Tranquility Lane with this game then.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
If we get approached by a little girl who speaks with a deep voice and a German accent, you know we've got trouble.
Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
This is weird. But alright, hopefully we can find something in these memories.
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
All 5 states have now signed on, which means that as of this moment, we are all citizens of the new California Republic.
Right, so he's from the west somewhere. Yeah, so he's from the NCR when it first started, like, expanding.
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days, like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio. All useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
So if that's baby Kellogg, how exactly was I experiencing those memories in the third person rather than the first? Okay, this is all very odd, because I would have thought, like, I would need to, you know, actually relive the memories, i.e. in the first person acting as Kellogg, but instead I'm just floating around remembering him in third person, which is very odd.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You've got to give it a chance. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. Finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just...
I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while.
Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kinda green.
I know, but that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on that petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like.
They sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got it.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
I'll be honest, it's kind of weird to have the game kind of making a big deal out of trying to show me Kellogg's past and how he had a wife and a kid and stuff when he's already dead. Like, okay, fine, he had a wife and a kid and he had parents too, but it doesn't change the fact that he eventually decided that what he was going to do was break into a vault and kidnap a baby and murder the baby's father for refusing to give him up. He's still clearly turned out a bad person. I don't feel particularly bad about what I did. In this game, these flashbacks are not going to convince me or make me feel bad about it.
How did you think this was going to end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there
I
to
found
help
another
them.
memory to try. I'll connect it.
Okay, so the job he took basically meant that his family got him killed. Lovely. So he got his own family killed, then he decided to start killing mine. What a lovely man. Actually, I'm feeling happier I killed him, to be honest.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
Alright, where are we now?
I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe. I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
I honestly don't know what the game's doing with this bit of storytelling here. Like, at this point, it's pretty clear that Kellogg is both a horrible person and pretty much the architect of all his own problems and all his own mistakes. So, yeah, I feel perfectly fine about the fact that he's dead. Kind of glad that I killed him. Think I did the world a favour. So, why have we had, like, several scenes and several memories in a row that just seem to exist to tell us that?
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed. I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement. Suited me just fine. First synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but You have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Systems offline.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
Vault computers are still working.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
That's good.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving her alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if she somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If she could take me out, they won't be able to hide from her for long.
Near the end.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to. But it was better this way. Better than taking his kid and leaving him alive.
I don't know why exactly I speak about my memories in this. Like, who am I speaking to in this memory? Because when I say things like, oh yeah, I'd have done it, well, who am I speaking to? This is my own memory. And here's the moment we know very well. And my character's there. And semi-awake. Now, I wonder if they make a note of how many times you bang the glass. Because you can press A to bang the glass. Does the game make a note of that and make that accurately reflected here? I don't know. No, it doesn't, because I didn't do any banging of the glass, I think. Excellent.
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready. Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines. Pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
His father? Okay, that's not necessarily the original Sean then, of course. There could be a whole line of Sean's by now, just because that's a kid called Sean.
Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Nice, they've got teleportation skills. Or possibly Sean himself is a robot, who knows?
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Okay, where do I go? To this here door or something? Oh, no, there it is, sorry. Exit memory. We've had an entire vault full of Garys, an entire institute full of Seans.
I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Where's Nick? Where's Nick gone? Should I be worried about this? Alright, what's going on here, Doctor?
Dr. Amari?
Let's start over. How are you feeling?
Fine, I think.
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
Yes, absolutely. Let's focus on Virgil. That's the important thing.
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
Okay, why would that be then?
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
Though there's something kind of strangely appropriate about Virgil descending into hell. There's definitely a bit of a literary illusion going on there. So how do we even know he's probably alive? We know he went into somewhere where no one really lives, and we know that Kellogg went after him. We don't know whether or not Kellogg succeeded in killing him.
Then he's dead already. It's a waste of time.
No, he must have gone there for a reason. He has to be alive. He must have been prepared for it. Look, we don't have any options left. You have to go after him. Through that sea of radioactive ash.
Right. Well, I've got a hazmat suit, and I've got a gas mask, and I've got some Rad-X. Any other suggestions?
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
Okay, interesting. It sounds like I've already got everything that I need to go there.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Alright, lovely. And we've completed Dangerous Minds and got a level up too. Beautiful. Stimpack Rad-X. Why not help ourselves for a little bit of extra? So, find Virgil in the glowing sea. Where's my actual quest marker for that? So I have to go way down here. I don't know what actually is. Actually, it's not even... doesn't seem that flipping far south from the interchange. If I just kind of, yeah, wrap myself up in some power armor and take some Rad-X, probably could just run from A to B, right? Doesn't seem that bad at all, to be honest. Anyway, let's go and have a chat with Nick upstairs. He said he wanted to have a chat, and hopefully he's not gone mad and isn't actually now, you know, the living personification of Kellogg back again, and we don't have to murder him. Hello, Nick.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Uh-oh. Oh, dear. We've got a problem here.
Kellogg. Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
Nick, we should really, really unplug that bit of brain.
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
Yeah, we'll keep MacReady for the moment. But first, answer me some questions about the glowing sea.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Radaway you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
I've also got those vertibird grenades. It means I could just take a vertibird to my destination. That would be interesting. Anyway, we'll keep MacReady for now.
See you around, Nick.
Good luck out there.
Let's level up as well. Oh, hang on. Is there a door here I hadn't opened before? I hadn't opened this door. Ah, this is where they keep all of the money. Do. Steal that pre-war money. Lovely. Beautiful. Now, level 27. Anything new good become available? You know what? Let's just get our health up a little bit here. I could already take over the next 2 levels, the next 2 perks of Life Giver, which will also get me some health regen going on, which could be very, very useful indeed. So I feel like that is a sensible thing to take. Yep, Life Giver it is. Now, one thing I just saw in that memory there that you might have seen in the background was I was told to go and defend the Starlight Cinema town thing. So that may or may not be under attack right now. Let's go and wait, hang on a minute. Oh no, sorry, the problem is the shotgun and the combat rifle look quite similar. I feel like those could have been designed to look a little bit more distinct when you're holding them. Let's go take my... I've got so much ammo for my combat rifle. I just need to use that as my go-to weapon for a bit. Right, let's get out of here. See if there's anything that happens in the street now I've done that. And if not, we'll head to the Starlight, whatever it was, and defend my crappy town. And also see if anyone's actually bothered showing up to it. Nope, everyone's okay with me. Lovely. Sometimes after a big plot thing, you just kind of, you know, walk out into the street and there's an event happening. But not this time. Right, to the Starlight, whatever it was called. Starlight Drive-In. 9 people have showed up. Bloody hell, I might need to plant some more food for those guys, given they can't handle themselves. Uh-oh, what happened? Gunner, settler. Okay, there were gunners up top. Right, okay, we've got, yeah, gunner over there, settler. The machine gun turrets are helping out a lot. Quick, fat shot with you. take you out. Yeah, if they come to the door, I built some machine gun turrets. They're going to be in a bit of trouble here. You're dead. Why would the gunners come after this territory? It's not very good. There's someone over there. He's trying to get around the back of the town, but he can't get through my incredible walls. That, admittedly, you could just kind of get down on your belly and run, but... Oh, the gaps along the bottom of the walls were incredibly useful, so it turned out. Beautiful. I have a secret weapon against the attackers. I can aim under the wall, and they can't. We have indeed helped to defend this area. Beautiful. This town is now safe and secure once more. Or as safe and secure as it can be when there are clear holes in the walls all the way around, because I kind of built this town on the cheap and quick. Right, how are you guys doing, by the way? I feel like you've got nowhere near enough food and nowhere near enough beds, have you? No, I think we need to quickly just plant some more food here. Okay, there we are. We've just grown some more corn, some more potatoes. We've now got enough food to match the number of people, which would affect happiness quite a lot. Still a bit of a lack of beds, though. Well, this decent-sized bed doesn't even use that much cloth, so I guess we'll be using just kind of making some of these. Enough for everyone, in fact. I think we're making these beds out of money. We should probably stop doing that. That doesn't strike me as an efficient use of money, but whatever, eh? Welcome to Starlight, where there's now enough food, enough water, just for the number of people. There we go. Everything shall be happy here. Lovely. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we have got our next big quest destination in line. But first, maybe I'm going to go and have a little look-see at the Silver Shroud quest. I'll see how long that is. If that's a short quest, we will do the Glowing Sea next time. Otherwise, we will look at the Silver Shroud and see where that takes us next week. You know what? I enjoyed being the Great Britain back in the day. Let's see how fun being the Silver Shroud is. And in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd, and this has been Fallout 4. Thank you very much, and goodbye. I've got plans. Dad, this is my plan. International Peacekeeping Force. I'm here to bring peace. It's a tsunami of monkeys. This is literally a tidal wave of monkeys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't be here. Don't be standing here. Okay. Oh, you want more peace? Here, have some more. Have some more.